Hello everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Meranti Potter from Class C, English Education Study Program 2023. In this video, I will discuss two important concepts in linguistics, especially in the course of semantics and pragmatics, namely reference and inference. Both concepts are essential for understanding how language works, how meaning is constructed, and how speaker and listener understand each other's message in everyday communication. The purpose of making this video is to fulfill in the final semester examination for the course Semantics and Pragmatics taught by Mr. Ridwan SPDI MPD. Before discussing reference and inference, we first need to understand the definitions of semantics and pragmatics. So, semantics is a branch of linguistics that studies of meaning of words, phrases, and sentences at the lexical and structural levels. Semantics focus on conventional or static meaning, which is the meaning inherent in the word itself. Meanwhile, pragmatics studies how meaning can change depending on context, the speaker's intentions, the situation, shared knowledge, social relationship, and other communicative factors. Pragmatics is the study of what is meant, not merely what is said. Reference and inference appear in the both of these files, but with different focuses. Reference is more closely related to semantic, while inference is more closely related to pragmatic. Now we will move to a definition of reference. Reference is the relationship between a linguistic expression and the entity it refers in the real world. In other words, reference is the process in which a word points to a specific person, object, place, concept, or event. For example, the word teacher refers to a person whose job is teach, or the word Jakarta refers to the capital city of Indonesia, or he or she refers to someone whose identity must be known from the context. So reference is external, meaning referential, meaning points outward from the language to the real world. Next, important elements in reference. Reference usually involves 1. Linguistic expression or the word phrase used. 2. Referent or the object being referred to. 3. Speaker, the one who used the expression. 4. Listener, who must understand the referent. These 4 elements must be present for reference be effective. Next, types of reference. 1. Proper reference. Uses proper nouns to refer to one specific individual. For example, Barack Obama, or Mount Everest, or Magene River. Proper reference is usually unique and unambiguous. 2. General reference. Uses general words that don't refer to a specific object. For example, a teacher, some students, or a car. General reference is not specific and depends on context to determine the referent. 3. Definite reference. A definite expression is used when both the speaker and listener know exactly which referent is meant. For example, the book or the boy in the red shirt. The listener can identify the intended object. For indefinite reference, an indefinite expression that does not refer to a specific object. For example, a book or a woman. The listener is not given clear information about who or what the referent is. 5. An anaphoric reference, a word that refers back to a previous word attended. For example, Lina bought a dress. She loved it. She referred to Lina. It refers to the dress. 6. Categoric reference refers to a word that appears later in the sentence. For example, when he arrived, John was tired. He refers to John, who is mentioned afterward. 7. Exoteric reference refers to something outside the text, usually through situational context. For example, teacher to students. Outside that, the book. That refers to the physical book visible in the situation. 8. Homophoric reference refers to something understood through shared culture or general knowledge. For example, the Queen in the UK refers to the Queen of England. The President refers to the President of the country. Next, the importance of reference in language. Reference ensures that the speaker and the listener are talking about the same entity. The message is delivered clearly. Ambiguity can be minimized. Without accurate reference, communication will fail. Now I will move to inference. Inference is the process of drawing meaning that is not directly stated by the speaker. Inference requires background knowledge, situational context, logical reasoning, and the listener's ability to interpret information. Inference is what the listener concludes, not what the speaker literally says. For example, Budi broke an umbrella today. Inference, it might rain. Next, the important role of inference. Inference is a key aspect of pragmatic because speakers often do not express everything explicitly. Much meaning is hidden or implied. Human communication depends greatly on the ability to infer meaning. Next, types of inference. 1. Logical inference. An inference that can be logically concluded based on the content of the sentence. For example, all birds have wings. A sparrow is a bird. The sparrow has wings. 2. Contextual inference. An inference based on the situation. For example, the sound of plates falling indicates that someone dropped something. 3. Schemate-based inference. An inference based on word knowledge or background knowledge. For example, he went to a restaurant and ordered food. We know he is going to eat. 4. Pragmatic inference or implicature. Hidden or indirect meaning conveyed by the speaker. For example, conversation between A and B. A. How's your excitement? B. I sleep at 3 a.m. Inference. The assignment was a lot or very difficult. 5. Conversational implicature or grace inference based on grace maxims or quantity, quality, relevance, or manner. For example, Auntie asks Wara, Auntie, do you have the salt? Wara answered, on the table. Inference, the salt is on the table and Auntie can take it. 6. Presumptional inference. An inference based on something assumed to be true. For example, Budi stopped smoking. Inference, Budi used to smoke. Next, the function of inference in communication. Inference allows communication to become more efficient, meaning to become richer, humor, irony, and sarcasm to be understood, social interaction to be smoother and more nuanced. Now I will move to the relationship between reference and inference in communication. 1. The speaker produces reference to indicate who or what is being talked about. 2. The listener makes inference to understand what the speaker means. Both work together and complement each other. Communication is successful when the reference is clear and listeners' inference match the speaker intention. Next, example of reference and inference in sentence analysis. Example 1. Please get that. Reference, that refers to a specific object in the context. Inference, the listener understands what object needs to be taken. Example 2. The weather is very cold. Reference, the weather refers to the current weather condition. Inference, the speaker might want the window to be closed. And the last, conclusion. Reference and inference are two essential concepts in understanding meaning within semantic and pragmatics. Reference deals with the direct relationship between linguistic expression and the entities they point to in the real world, focusing on identifying who or what is being talked about. In contrast, inference is the process of drawing conclusions about meaning that are not explicitly stated but understood through context, background knowledge, and the listener's interpretation. In other words, reference provides clear guidance from the speaker, while inference allows the listener to uncover implied or hidden meanings. These two aspects complement each other because effective communication occurs when the speaker's reference is clear and the listener's inference accurately match the speaker intended meaning. By understanding reference and inference more deeply, we can enhance our ability to analyze language and comprehend human communication more effectively. I think that's all for me. Thank you and bye bye.